What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things here today, back with another video. 2022 is here, and America is getting some awesome new roller coasters this year. Now keep in mind, some of these were originally supposed to open in 2020 and have gotten pushed back 2 years later, but they're finally set to open. In this video, I am counting down what will be, in my opinion, the top 15 new for 2022 roller coasters in America. Now, one thing before we start, I do not count relocations as new coasters. Therefore, the triple looping Schwarzkopf coming to Indiana Beach this year is not going to be on this list. All 15 of these are brand new, built from the ground up roller coasters. And for this video, I am sticking to America. There are some awesome rides coming out overseas, like Phoenix at Fair Up Summerland, but there's just too many of them that don't have names yet. Plus, it would make this list incredibly hard to make. Therefore, I'm limiting this to America only. Let's jump right in. Just barely making this list at number 15 is Tony's Express at Coney Island Luna Park. This is a Zamperla family coaster that is going to be located right next to Thunderbolt. When you hear a new coaster is coming to Luna Park, you can safely assume it's going to be a Zamperla, and we were right with this one. This looks to be a major step up from their typical kiddie coasters, though. It's kind of a sized-up version of Octonaut's Roller Coaster Adventure at Alton Towers. This ride will interact with a new log flume that is also being built. It's great seeing Coney Island expanding and adding new rides despite how old the park is. Number 14 is Tumbili at King's Dominion. This is an S&S free spin replacing the Crypt, which was a spinning flat ride. This is the first free spin at a Cedar Fair park. This is the smaller model, the same model as Dragon Slayer at Adventureland in Iowa. Supposedly, these are actually more wild than the standard Six Flags model. I was underwhelmed when this ride was announced. Most of you know by now that I am not a fan of free spins, which is why this is very low on this list. Number 13 is Aquaman Power Wave at Six Flags Over Texas. This is the latest and greatest water coaster. We don't officially know when this coaster is opening this year, just that it's opening in 2022. This ride is the first Mock Rides Power Splash to come to America. There are a few of these overseas, and they've gotten good reviews. This ride features several launches before the pool of water fills and you get soaked. I imagine for most people this will be an attraction that they only ride in the summertime, but nonetheless this will be a decent supporting coaster for Over Texas lineup. Those three were just okay coasters. Now we're actually getting into the good coasters. Coming in at number 12 is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot in Walt Disney World. This looks to be the coolest indoor coaster ever. For starters, it will be the world's longest indoor coaster, boasting 5,577 feet of track. You heard me, over 5,500 feet of track. That's over a mile. That's absurd for an indoor coaster. Plus, this coaster utilizes all new spin technology. This will be replacing Ellen's Energy Adventure, and while that ride was cool and I do miss it, you cannot deny that this will be much better. It's great that Epcot is finally getting a roller coaster, because the other three Disney World parks all have had roller coasters for many years, and this one did not. I know some people would have this significantly higher, but I feel this is the right spot for Guardians. If this does really well, I could see it potentially being cloned to other Disney parks around the world. Number 11 is Emperor at SeaWorld San Diego. This is one of the coasters on this list that was supposed to open in 2020 and got delayed due to the pandemic. This is a B&M dive coaster, one of two coming this year, and this is the largest coaster at SeaWorld San Diego. It is also the first B&M dive coaster on the West Coast. It'll feature 3 inversions, a vertical drop, and it'll also be their first major coaster with a lift hill. This will also mean that every major SeaWorld entertainment park will have a B&M coaster in their lineup once this thing opens. Emperor looks solid. Dive coasters just aren't my favorites. Plus, this one has the vest restraints, which I am not fond of. And being the Emperor came in at number 11, I bet you can guess what the next coaster is. Making the top 10 is Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Like Emperor, this is another B&M dive coaster opening this year. This is the first dive coaster in the state of Texas, which is pretty cool. It is also the first time in 10 years that Six Flags has added a B&M coaster to one of their parks. I am putting Dr. Diabolical ahead of Emperor by one spot because it looks to have some more unique elements. First off, the drop is not at 90 degrees like all the others, but rather 95 degrees, the first ever beyond vertical drop on a B&M coaster. Also, this ride has an airtime hill right at the end, which looks like it could give some pretty good airtime. Like Emperor, this will feature vests, which I'm not thrilled about, but nonetheless, this will be one of the top coasters at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. A lot of enthusiasts refer to it as just Cliffhanger. I refer to it just as Dr. Diabolical, because Cliffhanger is a name used on several other roller coasters. Number 9 is Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando. This ride was manufactured by Premier Rides, and this looks to be a significant step up from the typical Skyrocket 2s. It's got 4 launches, 2 forwards and 2 backwards. It's got a beyond vertical backwards spike, a top hat, and what's being called a junior scorpion tail, only the second one in the world. This ride just had its media preview day a couple of days ago, and it has gotten nothing but rave reviews so far. People are saying it's underrated and even place it higher than Manta and Kraken. It's nice that SeaWorld Orlando finally got a launch coaster, which was something that they were missing for the longest time, so it's great that they filled that gap in their lineup. Number 8 is a coaster that has kind of flown under the radar. This is Hot Wheels going to the upcoming Motel Adventure Park in Glendale, Arizona. There's finally another Chance Rides Hyper GTX being built after it has been 8 years since Lightning Run debuted at Kentucky Kingdom. This will be the second one, and it'll actually feature inversions. It'll have 2 vertical loops and a corkscrew. This ride has potential to be great. It could be the sleeper hit for 2022. We've seen how smooth Chance Rides coasters are, so I'm expecting this one to be glossy smooth. Arizona finally has another big coaster coming after going 30 years with Desert Storm being the only major one. You could say Motel Adventure Park took a chance when going with Chance Rides. Moving on, number 7 is Defiance at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. This looks to have the coolest location ever for a roller coaster, on top of a mountain thousands of feet up. This will be a Gerstlauer Eurofighter and probably the most unique one in America. It'll have a 102-degree drop, which is very steep, and it'll dive down the mountainside. The drop is bigger than the height. That is going to be insane. It's also going to be one of only 5 roller coasters in the world to feature a banana roll. It'll also tie the record for the highest elevated roller coaster in America. It'll tie it with Cliffhanger, another roller coaster in the same park, ironically. Glenwood Caverns looks so cool as it is, and this will give coaster enthusiasts a fantastic reason to visit this park. It's great that Colorado finally has a good roller coaster after so long without a truly good one. Number 6 is Palindrome at Codaland. This is an up-and-coming park in Austin, Texas that just debuted a year and a half ago. It's part of the Circuit of the Americas racetrack. This, like Defiance, is another Gerstlauer coaster. They currently have 3 roller coasters, a Schwarzkopf, and 2 kiddie coasters. And this year they'll be adding the 3rd Gerstlauer Infinity coaster in America. And this will be drastically different from Monster and Hang Time. This will be the first one in America to be a shuttle coaster. It'll have a vertical lift, twisted drop, 2 inversions, and a spike with an airtime hill in it. That'll definitely feel weird. And then you get to experience it all over again backwards. The 0G stall will actually hang you over the road below you, so that'll be awesome. This ride will feature a turntable to get back into the station. It's looking like this will be the last coaster to open this year, as they have said they're going to open it in late 2022, right when the big race is about to happen. That being said, this will absolutely make stopping between Arlington and San Antonio worth it. Number 5 is Wonder Woman Flight of Courage at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This is the latest RMC Raptor, and it is a near clone of Jersey Devil at Six Flags Great Adventure. It is not quite an identical clone. It'll have an extra 300 feet of track to accommodate for the space to help get back into the station. That being said, the main portion of the layout is pretty much identical. This will also be Magic Mountain's 20th roller coaster. They're the first park ever to have 20 roller coasters, though Energylandia may have something to say about that in 2023. People love Jersey Devil, so it only made sense to add one to Magic Mountain. This will give Magic Mountain a great top 3, with X2, Twisted Colossus, and now this. I'll admit I was not thrilled when they went with the Wonder Woman theme again instead of the Flash for this coaster, but it is what it is. Nevertheless, this will be a great addition to Six Flags Magic Mountain's already great roller coaster lineup. Number 4 is TRON Lightcycle Run at Magic Kingdom. This might seem unusual to put this coaster over Wonder Woman, but this ride just looks so cool. It is an exact clone of the one at Shanghai Disneyland, and that has gotten rave reviews. It's definitely a thrill coaster, but I imagine a lot of families will be able to ride this because it'll be very smooth and it doesn't go upside down. It's great that Magic Kingdom finally has a thrill-based roller coaster because all their current coasters are family coasters. Plus, the theme for this coaster looks spectacular. Disney knows how to theme their attractions well, and this one is no exception. It'll easily be the best coaster at Disney World when it opens. It could be one of the best coasters in Florida as well. Now we're at the top 3, and I had a tough time placing these 3. All 3 of these could interchange with each other and be the best just as much as the other 2 could. Making the top 3 in the number 3 spot is Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This is the latest and greatest Intamin launch coaster to come to America. There have been a lot of great Intamins opening in the past few years, and this one looks to combine the best of everything. It's got launches, it's got airtime, it's got a top hat, and it's got inversions. It's great that Busch Gardens Williamsburg finally has that standout roller coaster for enthusiasts that they had been lacking up until now. I know there's some people who would put Pantheon at number 1, but there's a couple of rides that I would put ahead of it. Number 2 is ArieForce One at Fun Spot America Atlanta. Fun Spot shocked the world when they announced this huge RMC coaster. I went to this park 4 years ago and was not very impressed with it. I never thought I'd return to this park, but when this coaster opens, I'll for sure be going there to ride this. I may even get a pass to Fun Spot, which is something I never thought I would do. This is my personal most anticipated new for 2022 roller coaster, as it's just 2 hours away from me. That being said, I think there's going to be one coaster that is going to be better than ArieForce One. Number 1, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It is Iron Gwazi. I know, this coaster has been just sitting there waiting to open for 2 years now. A lot of enthusiasts have clowned it, made fun of it, called it a lawn ornament. But it is finally opening, guys, and this looks like it could be a top 5 coaster in America, maybe top 10 in the world. It has so many incredible elements. It's over 200 feet tall, a 91-degree beyond vertical drop, and just in general looks elite. When Busch Gardens Tampa announced they were RMCing Gwazi, we did not expect it to be of this magnitude. Busch Gardens absolutely blew our pants off when they announced this ride, and I think Iron Gwazi will be the best new for 2022 roller coaster in America. How much do you guys agree with this list? What rides do you think will be the best ones this year? I'd love to hear your opinions. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Coasters and Things signing out.
I'm a